Hey, it's Aaron here with 5-Minute Bible Study. Hope you're ready for another Bible story night. It's been a while, but tonight I have been inspired to tell you about the story of Naaman the Leper in 2 Kings chapter 5, if some of you parents want to double check the facts of the story that I'm telling. This story right here goes out to Blake and Josiah Karr. You guys are two of my biggest fans. I know y'all really liked my last Bible story on Jonah, so this one's for you guys. Shout out to y'all. Tell your friends, tell your family, tell your enemies. Let's get going. The story of Naaman the Leper. A long time ago, during the kings of Israel, they were enemies with the nation of Syria over here. The nation of Syria had a king, and that king had an officer named Naaman. Naaman was a very successful commander of the king of Syria's armies, but Naaman was a leper. That meant that he had white spots all over his skin like this, and they spread over his whole body. And they got on his hands and his arms and his legs. Well, eventually those white spots would turn into rotting flesh and he would die eventually. So he needed to get healed of this leprosy. Well, Naaman was also a very rich man, and in one of the battles before he got leprosy, he had been in battle with the nation of Israel, and they caught this servant girl from the nation of Israel. So the servant girl became a servant in Naaman's house, and one day she was working alongside Naaman's wife and just whistling and doing her work. And as she was working, she told Naaman's wife,
"Oh, if my master could only go to the great prophet in the nation of Israel, Elisha, then surely the great prophet would be able to cleanse my master of his leprosy."
And so Naaman's wife ran over to Naaman, and she told Naaman about this. And so Naaman made an appointment with the king of Syria, and he told his master, he said, "I've been told by my servant girl from Israel that there's a prophet in the land of Israel, and if I can go to them, maybe I can get healed of my leprosy." And so the king of Syria said,
"Absolutely, I'll write a letter for you."
And the letter read like this.
"Now be advised, when this letter comes to you, that I have sent Naaman my servant to you, that you may heal him of his leprosy."
Well, when the king of Israel saw this, he's like,
"Who do they think I am that I can heal somebody of their leprosy? They're asking me to do impossible. They're trying to pick a fight with me and have me do something that I can't do so they can get mad at me and then wage war with me. This is ridiculous. What?
Well, word got out to the prophet Elisha, not Elijah, but Elisha. And Elisha sent word to the king of Israel. And he told the king of Israel, "Hold on, calm down, take a chill pill. Tell that Naaman dude to come over here to my place, and God will heal him of his leprosy through me." And so word was sent back to Naaman in the nation of Syria. And Naaman, he got all of his belongings together, and he got in his chariot. He had 10 changes of clothing, 6,000 shekels of gold, and 10 talents of silver. And he went off to see Elisha the prophet. Well, when he got there, he knocked on the door. "Who is it?" Yes, my name's Naaman. I'm a leper from the nation of Syria, and I was told to come here to talk to a prophet, I think his name is Elisha, and he's supposed to heal me of my leprosy. Hold on. My master says, if you'll go to the Jordan River and dip 7 times, then you'll be healed of your leprosy. And Naaman was sitting there thinking, what in the world? I expected that the prophet would come out and he would wave his arms like this or something, and he would say a abracadabra, a bibbidi-bobbidi, boo, and my leprosy would be gone. But he doesn't even have the goodness in his heart to come and talk to me. Who does he think he is? I'm the commander of the nation of Syria's army. I'm the king's favorite general, and he won't even come talk to me. Are there not cleaner rivers in the nation of Damascus than the nasty, filthy waters of the Jordan River? I'm outraged. I'm not about to go dip 7 times in the nasty, filthy Jordan River. I'm going to go back home. And as they were going home, Naaman's servants told him, they said, "My master, Is it even that hard to dip 7 times in a river? I mean, really, there's a lot more that he could have asked you to do, but just simply dipping 7 times, I mean, how hard is that? Please just listen to him, please. And finally, as he was still thinking about it, he thought to himself, well, I guess that's not too difficult. I guess we could still try it. Okay. We'll go to the Jordan River. So they went off to the Jordan River. They got to the river, and Naaman went to dip it. Ooh, it's cold. It's cold. And he dipped once. And he dipped twice. And he dipped 3 times. And 4 times. And 5 times. And 6 times. And on the 7th time, he dipped one last time. And Naaman was so happy. And he went back immediately to the house of Elisha. And he talked to the prophet directly and he said, please, take my money, take these changes of clothes. But the prophet Elisha would not do that. And he said, no, I will not take anything. And Naaman said, okay, I'm only going to worship the God of Israel. I'll never worship any false gods again. Please bless me as I go on my way, please. Thank you so much. And so Elisha blessed him, and Naaman went back to the nation of Assyria. Got back in his chariot, and they went back super happy. Well, remember the servant that opened the door way back whenever Naaman went to the house of Elisha and he knocked on the door? Well, that servant's name was Gehazi. And Gehazi, he thought to himself, Naaman was willing to give all of this money and these changes of clothes to my master. I know what I'll do. I'll go to him and I'll tell him that these 2 prophets have come and they need a change of clothes and they need some silver. So Gehazi got on his donkey and he caught up with Naaman, and so he told him just that. And Naaman said, absolutely, take 2 changes of clothes and 2 talents of silver. And so he gave them to Gehazi. Gehazi took him on his way, and he didn't tell his master Elisha. He went home, he hid that silver and those changes of garment under his mattress, and he went back to work in his master's house. And so Gehazi just went back to work like nothing had happened, nothing was going on, and he was sitting there just doing some work like this. And then Elisha came in, and Elisha said, so, anything interesting happened recently, Gehazi? And Gehazi said, no, just a regular Friday afternoon, that's all. You're telling me that you didn't leave the house today, and you didn't get 2 changes of clothing, and you didn't take silver from Naaman? And when Elisha told him that, Gehazi, he got the leprosy of Naaman. And so for the rest of his days, Gehazi was a leper. That's the story of Naaman the leper from 2 Kings chapter 5. I hope you enjoyed it. Again, share it with your friends, and we'll see when the next time is that I get a Bible story. I hope you enjoyed this, Blake and Josiah.